We are in the supermarket, or for any Americans out there, the grocery store. And today I'm going to run you through a food shop. As you guys know, I'm currently bulking, so I'm going to show you everything I get on my shopping list. So starting off down the meat aisle, I love some bacon medallions. Now, a lot of people look at pork and think, ugh, disgusting meat. Shut up. I think it's fantastic. So, bacon medallions are going straight in my basket. I normally get the smoked ones, but they don't have smoked ones here, which is very annoying. So, I'm going to have to go for the unsmoked one. Yeah, 2 packs of those. Now, a lot of people always go for the 5% beef mince, which is great. And I think 5% beef mince is the usual go-to for me, but I mean, when it comes to like red meat and getting calories in, like, don't shy away from the 15, the 20%. You know, if we look at, for example, 20% beef mince here, you know, per 100 grams of this is 250 calories, whereas the 5% is 124, so you're getting an extra 125 calories in the 20% beef mince than what you would do the 5% beef mince. So I stick to 5 at the moment because obviously I'm just in the early part of my bulk, so I don't really need to go crazy high fats. However, don't be afraid to go to the higher fats, just because, you know, it's not the bodybuilding norm anymore for people to do that. So, beef mince acquired. Now, usually at the moment I'm having a fair bit of whey protein, so there's nothing fancy when it comes to all of that. My rest days though, I will have some salmon fillets. So I normally get a 4-pack because I'll have one, Vicky will have one, and the dogs will have one each as well. I feed the dogs salmon fillets on rest days for a little treat for them. These look pretty good. We'll take these ones. So again, you're not a bodybuilder if you don't have salmon on a rest day. Great source of fat. 12 grams of fat per 100 grams, 25 grams of protein, so more than enough. That's going to go straight in the basket. So yeah, that's pretty much my protein sources at the minute. I don't really eat chicken because I think it's boring, and I have whey protein quite a fair bit because I've got quite a sweet tooth when it comes to things. So the next thing actually in terms of protein that I forgot to mention is I will always have eggs in the morning. So who doesn't like eggs? Let's be honest. Eggs are the best. So I normally go for like the Tesco's fine. Actually, no, I don't. I normally go for these Royal Rich Oak ones. I normally go for these ones. These ones are actually really, really good. And they're big as well. So I'm going to grab a couple of packets of these because they are on Club Card at the moment, and man needs to save some of his fucking dollar. I think Club Card's probably a scam, really. It's just a way of going, buy this because it needs to be sold. So eggs in the morning for me. Of course, I do have some egg whites as well. So I do normally just buy a traditional pack of eggs and I crack the egg whites from this and I give the egg yolks to the dogs that I don't have. Now, I could obviously easily buy just egg whites off like bulk powders or something like that, but it's expensive and much easier doing that for me, to be honest with you. Now, that is pretty much my protein sources. We're going to move into, I actually have never been to this Tesco's before, so I'm actually freestyling a little bit of this in terms of walking around. Eddie Hall, this is Eddie Hall's local Tesco's, funny enough. So if anyone comes up to me and say, you can't record in here, I'll say, well, Eddie can. It's fine for Eddie to do it, but it's not fine for me to do it. Anyway, so we're just down the rice cake section here, and annoyingly I can't find the ones that I want, which is the caramel and chocolate ones. In the comments below, I want you guys to tell me, if you had to pick one either the caramel or the chocolate Snacker Jack rice cakes. Which one are you picking? I'll go for the chocolate ones myself. I know Vicky will probably go for the salty caramel if I know her. Now, one other thing that I use as a protein source as well that I don't get from here at the moment, I actually get it from Marks and Spencer's, is yogurt. Greek yogurt is normally what I go for, so yeah, we don't need that today. However, one thing that I have used in previous off seasons is orange juice. Now, that's for when calories get severely high. Orange juice, apple juice, again, don't neglect and lick your calories. If you need to go down that route, then you simply need to go down that route. It's as simple as that when it comes to calories. Sometimes you've just got to do what you've got to do, and yeah, the quality might not be great, but at the same time, it gets the job done. Another thing that I utilize deeper into my off seasons when food is high is Philadelphia. So when I've had like bagels and eggs in the morning and I need to get my calories in, I'll put a bit of Philadelphia on there. I mean, per 30 grams is 44 calories. So, I mean, you could go for the original one here, which is obviously way more calories, 68. But little things like that are great little tips to get some extra sort of calories in throughout the day. I don't go to any of this processed sort of ready cooked stuff. We ignore that. Most of this stuff we sort of ignore as well. For anyone out there who's on a budget, one thing that I always really liked when I was a student is tuna steaks. So, I mean, £1.20 for a tin of tuna is not bad going. Actually, it's quite expensive now. It used to be a lot cheaper than that. I'm actually just fucking walking around here. I should have planned this out a lot better in terms of where I go. I'm just literally walking down the same sort of aisles at the moment. I've sort of fucked myself over here. So let's actually move on to the carb sources then. So at the moment, I'm keeping things pretty tight in terms of food. So like my food isn't crazy high at the moment, but again, another great source of carbohydrates, of course, is your tortilla wraps. You know, we've got some wraps here. Like what I have done in the past is I've got like these actually reduced carbohydrate ones, so I probably don't need this, but I would get wraps and make like a burrito. Again, such easy calories, dense calories to get in. My favorite at the moment, I must say, is Jason's sourdough bread. So I'm actually going to grab some of this today. I'm actually figuring out my diet. Again, sourdough is great. There's very minimal ingredients in it when it comes to it. So I definitely would recommend some sourdough, and it tastes absolutely delicious. So who doesn't like sourdough, let's be honest, it's fucking banging. The other breads, the brown breads, the whole breads, you can get them in, but they don't taste as well, like the wholemeal loaf. Who likes brown bread? Whoever goes to shops and gets brown bread, you'd much rather the white bread, right? They've actually reorganized this fucking store, and I actually don't know where anything is, which is really, really annoying. Coffee, we don't need any more of that. Okay, whilst we're here, and we'll actually do a little U-turn here. I look like an absolute lemon doing this, but I actually quite enjoy it. One thing that I really like pre-workout at the moment is oats, wherever that may be. But one thing as I'm here, which I see a lot of people, again, you know, calories. So this is all about like just like giving you ideas throughout this video as well in terms of what you can eat and what you can do. Like crunchy nut granola, I mean, 45 grams is the serving. Now, whoever eats 45 grams of cereal, no one ever does that. Like pour that into a bowl, it's the tiniest amount. I mean, that's 220 calories. It's fucking tiny, you know? That could easily be done, However, one thing that I am gonna get from the cereal section is Weetabix. So we're gonna do a full day of eating on the channel at some point very soon. I'm gonna show you my post-workout meal that Vicky came up with. And it sounds banging. I haven't had it yet, but it sounds banging. But I mean, Weetabix. Oof. I'm down the cereal section now, and I'm like, what else would I grab here? I think my go-to, if I had to pick any cereal on the planet, my best one is the Weetabix minis. These chocolate ones are absolutely banging. absolutely banging. Now, in the comments, I want you guys to tell me what your favourite cereal is. That's mine. I'd love to hear your thoughts. If I was going a bit more sensible, I would probably go with like Rice Krispies in the post-workout meal. Obviously, fast-acting carbohydrates, voluminous. I do love a crunchy nut as well. Oh, anyway, let's keep moving. Right, so my pre-workout meal of choice is at the moment Quaker Oats. Now, these are $2.50 a packet. I remember when I was at uni, I used to eat oats. They were 2 packets for £3. That's what they usually would do in terms of the deal. Fucking life is getting so expensive now, it's absolutely a joke. But at the end of the day, it does the job. Right, shat myself then because I actually thought I wasn't recording and that would have not ended very well at all. So, I'm now going to take you down the vegetable section because I think so many people when they're bulking, they just miss out on veg. And in my opinion, like veg is an absolute staple. If I'm having like meat, rice, I've got to have veg with it as well. So I'm going to show you some of the vegetables that I've been getting at this moment of time. Again, one thing that I am just walking past here, which could be a really good meal, especially a bulking meal, is like stir fry. These are protein noodles, eh? Fucking what is it, like 5 grams of protein? You know when they start saying protein this, you look on the back of a packet and it's like 3 grams of protein. I'm like, it might be protein for the average Joe, but 3 grams of protein, in my opinion, is not classed as a source of protein, you know? So little things like this, actually, I would probably go for more of the rice noodles here. They probably digest a little bit better for me rather than egg noodles. But bang that with some fucking veg. You've got your sauce here, got yourself a meat, you've got yourself some fucking great meal. You know, it's so easy. And this is stuff like you don't even need to, all you need to do is heat this up. All you need to do is heat this up and you're good to go. So that is an easy meal to get in. There's no excuses when it comes to this sort of stuff. First vegetable of choice for me is the baby mushrooms. I absolutely love mushrooms. Mushrooms, eggs in the morning, absolutely 10/10. Really love them. So that's going in there. Sorry, I really sorted my basket. I love the chestnut mushrooms, they're my favourite. I love green beans. So what I always use is Tesco's Finest green beans. 19. Green beans going in there as well. They are some of my favourites. And then we usually have with like our morning meal, so we normally go for kale. So I'm going to grab some kale, bang it in there. So easily scan and goes. Love a scan and go. And then what I normally get is some spinach as well. So I mix little things like that just to get some micronutrition in. Like guys, don't neglect your micronutrition when it comes to these little things because health is wealth, right? Says the guy that's taking fucking steroids. You know them ones. I'm not going to sit here and preach health to you guys as I'm sitting here taking steroids, but at the same time, like, you know, what I am trying to say is that with the decisions that I make, I am definitely going to be looking after my body as best as I possibly can. So, where is it? The next thing that I was going to grab is bell pepper. Now, annoyingly, they haven't got bell pepper in here right now. They might do around the corner here, but another staple for me is bell pepper. I absolutely love bell pepper. Fucking slaps. So, bell pepper will go in with the first meal. And I typically try and get when it comes to vegetable intake as well, I try and get as many different colours as I possibly can. There is none here at all. This is just fruits. That's annoying. It's very annoying. So yeah, as many different colours, textures, as many as you can is usually what I recommend to most people when it comes to vegetables. But the main thing I want you to do is don't fucking neglect your vegetables. because vegetables taste great, and I love vegetables. On the topic of veg and fruit, I always get my fruit frozen. So walking down the ice cream section here, all this like fucking McCain's fucking shit, I don't even know what this shit is. Look, hot and spicy chicken steaks, chicken shop, frozen nuggets. Stay away from that shit, guys. One thing that I do sometimes often like to do is actually get my veg frozen, because sometimes veg does not last in the supermarkets whatsoever. They're fucking shit, to be honest with you. So typically getting it frozen is always going to be great. Now I'm trying to look for, I'm just looking at fucking Chicago Town pizza. I'm trying to look for the fruit and I've come down the wrong aisle here. I've just ended up in this fucking chocolate aisle. So where's the fruit? Okay, literally the longest route ever for me. So my go-to fruits at the moment are frozen raspberries. Love frozen raspberries. That within oats goes straight in my basket. Remember that guy? Goes straight in my basket. And the other thing that I normally get is over here, blackberries. They usually would be blueberries, but they don't have any blueberries. How are they not having any blueberries, bro? Blackberries, next forest, bruv. Right, no, that's fucking shit. This is the shittest Tesco's I've ever been in. So I usually get frozen blueberries, but they haven't got any, which is brilliant. So this fucking shop is shit, boy. I tell you what I love doing as well. I love having a gander in the what's it called, Christmas aisle. You know, all the chocolates and stuff. I absolutely love that. It's fucking class. So I normally would get a sugar-free drink to have as well throughout the week. Normally go for the Volvic ones. They're my favourites. I'm not at points yet where I need to get any. I never would anyway. Like, you know, when I see people drinking like normal, as they call it, full-fat Coca-Cola, I never drink that anymore. I wouldn't dare about thinking to drink that. Even if I was bulking and not giving a fuck, I'd always get like a sugar-free one. Now, my favourite sugar-free, there it is. What was I going to say? My favourite sugar-free drink is the Volvic watermelon one. Banging. Again, in the comments, what I want to know is, what is your favourite sugar-free drink? Let us know. Can be water, could be fizzy. If I had to go fizzy, it would be what would it be? It would be Pepsi Max Cherry from the can. Banging. I've decided to walk down the wine section. Love a red wine. Love a red wine. When we was out in Madrid for some relaxing downtime, I was loving red wine like nobody's business. Right, okay. I actually need to come down here, which is good. So, a few things that I actually use and can utilise in my off-season is honey. Now, I know people are going to go, don't get this honey, get the proper honey and stuff like that. Again, like, at the end of the day, it's just sugar. So again, easy calories. As well as things like, I'm not a big fan of jam, to be honest with you, but I mean, I see a lot of people have jam and like bagels, you know, it does the job, you know. If your food is high and you're struggling to get food in, you start to realise that you can maneuver things, you can get around things when it comes to just food choices and actually just being smart with it. Now, I have a big tub of almond butter at home that we got from Amazon, so I actually don't need any today. However, as I'm here, again, some of my favourites are this Manny Life peanut butter that they've brought. It's like a caramel flavoured one. It's absolutely banging. I always go for almond butter, then I do peanut butter just because the nutritional values are a bit better on almond butter. But again, you know, peanut butter, again, easy calories. And if worse comes to worse, just fucking get some Biscoff, put it in your oats. Fucking banging, bruv. Absolutely banging. Or Nutella. Nutella's fucking banging. So, yeah, don't need. Right, we are back from the supermarket. I will not bore you with the story, but long story short, my batteries died and I was walking around the shops basically just speaking to the camera that wasn't even on. So a few bits, luckily I actually recorded 3/4 of it, which was good, so I did actually need to record too much, but One thing that I didn't buy from the shops, which I have, I mean, plenty, I don't need any more of it basically, is this is jasmine rice that I got from Amazon, I think it was. Now this is 20 kilos of jasmine rice. So as you can clearly see, I don't need any more. So that's just down there for now. I've got plenty of blueberries at home, but I was gonna just buy some for the purpose of the video. And I have actually a few bell peppers in the fridge, so I'm all right. But that is pretty much the foods that I'm eating right now during this bulk. And I'm hoping that you got some advice and some, oh, fucking hell. I mean, look at this makeshift tripod that I've got going on here. Look at that. It's literally just 2 fucking protein tubs. Brilliant. And I've turned them around so you can't see what the brand is, but you can probably guess what the brand is just by looking at that, to be honest with you. I'm such a shit sponsored athlete. Anyway, I'm hoping that you enjoyed some of that content and got some value from it. And Vicky's out tonight, so I've not really got anything to do. And normally I spend my whole time with Vicky, talking to Vicky, spending time with Vicky, that I thought I would just use that time to speak to my friends, speak to the camera. Sounds so weird, like YouTube is a weird way of expressing myself and being me. I'm still very much under the weather, guys, so please bear with me when it comes to the content. But I'm hoping you enjoyed that. I hope you got something from it. As always, guys, I'll see you guys in the next one. I'll definitely do a full day of eating at some point this week, showing you where we're at in terms of my diet post-prep. So be on the lookout for that. All right, guys, send it my love. Let's fucking go.